Hello and welcome to Prospect Portal Messages User View. In this video, I will explain how your employees will manage incoming prospect messages. To begin with, on the home page, your employee will be able to see that you have prospect messages under the Office overview. In this example, your office has 2 new prospect messages. And the whole office will see this. So any employee, if it's a receptionist, if it has to be an office manager, they will be able to see this, and then they can either delegate or handle the message themselves. So we'll click on 2 new messages. The messages that are new will highlight in yellow. In this example, we just have 2 here, so both of them are highlighting in yellow. None of them have been read yet. So the very first one, we have Johnny Sparty. We have how much did you charge, and tax question. So the one tax question, which actually came first, we just bought a house, what are the tax deductions? Okay, then they must have sent another message right away saying, what do you charge for your services? If you look over here at the far right column, messages, we can see that they've sent 2 messages so far, and here's the 2. We're tracking how long it takes to actually reply to the messages. So in our office, our goal is going to be try to get them within 30 minutes because we want to encourage our prospects to use our new prospect landing page, as opposed to maybe calling the office, or some people just don't like to make the phone call. So we want to make sure we're replying back to them promptly to try to actually win their business. So I'm going to go ahead and very first one with the tax question, I'm going to go ahead and reply to that. So I'm just going to click on my reply icon, shoot up the message, and I'll just say, we just bought a house. What are the tax deductions? You can deduct mortgage interest and property taxes. Okay, most likely you may want to give that person a call to discuss this further, because obviously there's more to it than just that. And then when I hit send, this actually will be sent to them directly to their email, and this message that you just typed actually will be visible in their email. Okay, they don't need to go log into a portal or anything because they're not a client yet. Now, once they receive the email, if they want to send you another message, what they need to do is, if you look here, it says click here to reply. This is actually going to the client. And when they click here, they'll actually go back to their landing page within the email, and so they can fill out the contact information again and then send you a message. And that's how we're able to link where their portal messages are actually coming into Adam. All right, if they reply just to that email that they receive, it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and hit send. Now when I go back to this page, you see now I only have one message. If I actually want to see what I've sent for the day, or for the whole year, if I just look at sent, I can look last 70 days, last 30, or all days. It's going to show the original message, and then when I sent it, and it's going to also show that this person sent 2 messages in. And then I have a daily count up here too. So I'm tracking how many come in per day and how many come in for the year. So you'll easily be able to see if your prospect message landing page is actually working and you're actually receiving messages coming into your office through Adam. Now this next example I'm going to show is what if we want to add this person as a contact and actually track them and not just reply back to them, but maybe send them a letter. Maybe you have some 5 tips to tax savings when you buy a house or something like that. So what you'd want to do then, if I hit add contact, that's going to actually set them up as a prospect within Adam. So as soon as I do that, that's actually now adding a contact, fills in their name, their email address, their phone number, which they all gave to me, and then the access code, instead of a social security number, because obviously I don't have that yet, I'm going to use their phone number as their access code, because the access code doesn't have to be an actual social. It could be anything. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now I'm going to come down. It's going to default to tax preparation because that is my default business type set up on my user page. I'm going to switch this over to prospect, and I'm going to hit save. Now I need to delete a couple of these office events, because how I had it set up is when I create any new contact in tax prep, that I automatically have some office events create. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these. And this setup one is actually related strictly to the business type prospect. All right. So from here, I would then, fill in my account fields appropriately if I need to. If I then go to my home page under the business type prospect, you'll now see there it is right there under office events, setup. And then from here, I'd move it to whatever my game plan is for prospects. Either I send them emails, I send them a letter, or I call them. So that's up to you, however you handle prospects coming in. And again, maybe you had a 5-plan tax tip for homeowners, then you might have an event called that, and you'd move it down to the appropriate event, and then whoever's responsible for following up with leads would then take it from there. So it all depends on how you want to handle that, but the whole goal is to use Adam's prospect landing page. It funnels it into Adam. You see the prospect coming in on the home page with Adam, and then you either reply back to it or you set it up in whatever process you have for handling your prospects. Now, one other thing I want to point out before we end this video is under Johnny here, any correspondence going back and forth with Johnny as a prospect is all stored in Johnny's file here under prospect messages. So whether you win them over and now they're a client or whatnot, any messages going back and forth between you and Johnny through that prospect portal is all going to be stored and documented right in their file. So that's a nice thing. That's why it's so much better using Adam to track your prospects as opposed to using regular email. It's a lot less work and you stay very organized. That's all I have. Thank you.